So obviously at this point we don't have, I'll start with my name, John Romero, Johnromero. I'm the Public Information Officer for the Lakewood Police Department. Unfortunately at this point we're still looking into exactly what happened. There's a lot of moving parts, including a pursuit, a menacing, a carjacking, so there's a lot of unknowns right now which we're still putting together, but I'll give you everything I have at this time. So approximately 10:20 this morning, Lakewood Police received a call of a menacing. That happened at the Walmart at 4th and Wadsworth. Someone inside the store had reported that a male had menaced them with a gun. That male then left on foot to the area near 4th and Carr. At 4th and Carr, we received a call of an elderly woman who was getting into her van when they say the suspect came, threatened her with a gun, and carjacked her, taking her car. The van you could see back there, the silver van, is the van that was carjacked. After that call came in, Lakewood Police began to look for the suspect. A few moments later, he was spotted in the general area behind us in this neighborhood back here. We began to follow him through some neighborhoods here in North Lakewood. From that point, since we knew he was armed, a pursuit was authorized by management. We were able to chase the suspect to the area right here on the off-ramp at 6th and Garrison. There was a collision at that point. From what we understand at this point, the suspect then got out, had a gun, and was then shot by Lakewood police officers. That suspect has been pronounced dead at the scene. They also hit another car. The suspects hit this red car behind us. That car, that person was okay. No injuries to them. They're currently at the police department interviewing right now. Again, we have several officers involved. We do not have a full number quite yet, but we can tell you that the suspect has died and a gun was recovered at the scene.
When you say there was a collision, what was a collision?
So again, we're still trying to figure this out because everyone that's involved is now back at the PD being interviewed. From what we understand, as they're coming down the off-ramp right here, believe the suspect was pushing into our cars, and that's when the collision happened. And the suspect then lost control, and because you could see rolled up on the side of the highway here.
He was going the wrong way.
Pardon?
The suspect was driving the wrong way here.
It does not appear at this point the suspect was driving the wrong way, no. Again, I don't have that information yet.
Because this is one way?
Yeah, so he was coming down this way, off the off-ramp, correct. So he was coming west on the off-ramp, and that's when the collision occurred here next to the lights, and that's where he came out and had a gun.
Do you believe the suspect knew any of the people he was targeting?
You know, it's too early to say at this point. There does not seem to be any sort of relation between the suspects and the victims, but we don't quite have that information yet.
So just review what happened inside the Walmart again, or the store called you?
So we received a call around 10:20 of a person inside Walmart that said suspect that had matched the description of the suspect we have was menacing someone with a gun, threatening someone with a gun, brandishing a gun. It's not just having a regular carry. It would have to be somewhat threatening someone, showing them the gun, hey, I have a gun, that type of situation. It does not appear that there was a robbery or anything at that area. That's what originally came in. It does not appear there was a robbery, just the menacing. And that's when the suspect left on foot to the area behind us at 4th and Carr, where the carjacking occurred.
Is that an employee or a shopper?
Appears the suspect was a shopper, not an employee.
I mean, who he threatened?
That I don't know yet. I'm sorry. The person threatened, I don't know yet. It was called in, I believe, by Walmart, but I do not know who was threatened.
All right, so that van was at the Walmart?
No.
Oh.
The van behind us, the silver van that crashed, that was carjacked near 4th and Carr.
4th and Carr.
Yes, that was carjacked. The suspect carjacked an elderly woman near 4th and Carr.
A few blocks away.
Correct. And
you said that elderly woman's okay?
she is okay. The victim obviously shaken up, but okay. She is also at the police department interviewing with our investigators right now.
In addition to the person in the red car?
Correct.
People were in the red car?
I do not know how many people were in the red car.
And the elderly woman was in the car when it happened?
I believe the elderly woman was getting into her car when it happened. It was when the suspect came up and demanded to take the car from her. As always, this will be investigated by the Jefferson County Critical Incident Response Team. So they're in charge of the investigation now. There will also be an internal investigation by the Lakewood Police Department as a standard procedure.
Do you know how many officers fired?
I do not know exactly how many. I know we had several officers that fired because this was a pursuit. An exact number, I don't have that at this time.
Okay, and then between 4th and Wadsworth and 4th and or the Walmart and 4th and Carr, this suspect was on foot.
Correct. From what I understand, the suspect was on foot until he got to the 4th and Carr area. That's where the carjacking occurred.
Okay.
How many gunshot wounds does the victim have?
The suspect?
I'm sorry, yeah, the suspect.
I do not know at this time. I don't. As you can see, there are plenty of markers behind us as far as how many times the suspect was hit. I don't have that right now.
Do you know how many officer-involved shootings there have been since January 1st here?
In Lakewood? I don't have that information right now. I can certainly get it for you, though.
And I want to confirm just because I had multiple people tell me that the suspect was driving this way.
That could be at this point. You have to remember that all the people involved in this are immediately taken for interviews. So we're still figuring that out. I do understand that we received reports of the suspect driving erratically. As far as whether it was up or down this area, I don't have that information at this time. I know that the pursuit took place through the neighborhoods here in North Lakewood. Whether or not the suspect was driving forwards, backwards in this area, where it ultimately ended, I don't have that information right now.
Are you able to share any criminal history of the suspect?
We haven't even identified the suspect yet, so we won't have any criminal history yet. Anybody else?
What does the scene at 4th and Wadsworth look like?
So there's not much of a scene at 4th and Wadsworth. That's where the menacing originally occurred. Because we got so many calls at once, it took a minute to figure out where all these crimes were occurring with the same suspect. So the original menacing call came in after he had left. And so just after that menacing call came in, we received a call of the carjacking at 4th and Carr, able to put together that was the same suspect involved.
Is it just you guys responding, Lakewood Police?
No. So again, the Jefferson County Critical Incident Response Team is here. So that includes the DA's office, all of the different jurisdictions that we have here in Jefferson County. They are the ones in charge of the investigation, not us, although we do an internal investigation as well per policy. Sure.
Walmart on Wadsworth was one of the Madison.
Correct.
Suspect was found in the car, right?
Suspect was found in the area of 4th and Carr
In the area.
after the carjacking.
Okay, and then here is where everything.
This is where the shooting happened. Yes.
Did the elderly woman call and say she had carjacked?
Yes. Correct. Everybody good?
So,
Thanks, y'all.
Any other updates, or is there something
We will be putting out a press release later today. We're trying to get some more information. Probably won't be too much more because gave you pretty much what we know at this point. But we will be putting out a press release at some point this afternoon or this evening. All right. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you for holding that.
Yeah.